Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to really dig into the key takeaways from different sources, making it easier for you to stay informed. Today, we're looking at something that seems, well, pretty straightforward. A list of kitchen essentials from a catalog. We're not looking at reviews, not prices, just the product names themselves. And our mission today is to sort of unpack what these specific items suggest about, modern life, efficiency, maybe even our values when it comes to the kitchen. So when you think kitchen essentials, what first pops into your head? Is it the absolute basics or maybe like smart gadgets and things that save time? We're taking this specific list and asking, what's the hidden story here? What do these names tell us about what an essential kitchen really means today?
It's actually quite remarkable, isn't it? How just a list of names can almost act like a cultural mirror. What's really fascinating is how it shows not just what people use, but what they seem to prioritize. I mean, this isn't just a random collection of stuff. It feels like a snapshot reflecting these evolving values. Things like the quest for, let's say, effortless perfection, maybe the professionalization of the home kitchen. And then there's this new emphasis on conscious choices, sustainability, and even how we sort of package up home experiences.
Okay, that's a really interesting way to frame it. Let's dive in. The first item here immediately flags a big trend. The XYZ brand Smart Blender. Honestly, my first reaction is, do we really need my blender to be smart? I mean, isn't that a bit much for making a smoothie?
Right.
What's really driving this smart thing becoming essential?
That's a fair question because smart here, I think, speaks to something deeper than just simple convenience. It's really about offloading some of that mental effort, achieving that perfect result without really trying. Effortless perfection. So it's not just blending, it's like having an intelligent assistant there to minimize your decisions and maximize consistent good results. It definitely reflects a broader trend where tech aims to simplify and, yeah, perfect, even basic home tasks. It helps us feel more in control, maybe achieve those professional type outcomes without needing deep culinary skills or, frankly, the effort.
Right, so it's about making the everyday feel a bit more elevated but with less fuss. Okay, that makes sense. And building on that idea of precision, the list also has the Aroma Pro electric kettle with temperature control. We're not just talking about boiling water anymore, are we? Why is specific temperature control suddenly so key for an essential kettle?
Exactly. This isn't just about good tea or coffee. It's about making precision accessible to everyone. Democratization, if you will. There's this growing understanding that, different teas, different coffees, they need specific temperatures for the best flavor. So this kettle signals a consumer who's, well, increasingly sophisticated, willing to invest in the science behind their daily cup. And if you connect that to the AromaFresh coffee grinder, that's also on this list,
Oh, right.
you see a pattern, don't you? It's bridging that gap between making coffee at home and, say, a professional barista experience. It makes that connoisseur level experience feel achievable and, importantly, essential for quite a few people now.
Yeah, it's clear that chasing those elevated experiences is a big factor. And then, okay, the InstaChef air fryer oven, these things are absolutely everywhere now.
Yeah.
How did something like an air fryer become, an essential in so many kitchens?
Well, the oven part of that name is actually pretty telling. It really highlights a key reason it's seen as essential now. It's versatility. An air fryer isn't just for, making fries anymore. For many people, it's replacing or at least supplementing a conventional oven for a lot of tasks. It's become a real multifunctional workhorse. Plus, its association with healthier cooking, or at least perceived healthier cooking, and speed that perfectly fits the demands of busy households. People want convenience, sure, but without sacrificing quality or those health benefits. It's really a prime example of an appliance that streamlines multiple cooking methods into one compact, fast unit.
So it's not just what it does, but how efficiently it does multiple things. Got it. We've seen how tech is boosting efficiency. But this list also hints at something else. This trend towards almost chef-level precision at home. Let's maybe talk about what I'm thinking of as the professional home kitchen, things like the Pro Chef adjustable mandolin slicer. This isn't just your basic slicer, is it?
No, not at all. Seeing a Pro Chef adjustable mandolin slicer on an essentials list, that tells us something quite profound, I think. It suggests the modern home cook increasingly aspires to professional level precision, consistency, even for just everyday meals.
Right.
It's about elevating home cooking, maybe from just a functional necessity to more of an art form or a craft. It speeds up those really tedious prep jobs, sure, but it also lets home cooks get those visually impressive, consistently cooked results. It makes ambitious recipes feel more doable.
And sort of along those same lines, that exactness idea, we also have MixPro Digital Kitchen Scale. What does putting that on an essentials list mean for home cooking? Are we all becoming master bakers now, or is it something else?
Well, baking certainly benefits hugely from precision, but I think this points to a wider embrace of a more, let's say, scientific and consistent approach in the kitchen overall. Digital scales are vital for baking, yes, but also for portion control, for following maybe complex international recipes where exact amounts really matter, and for consistency if you're doing batch cooking or meal prep. It reflects this growing desire to move beyond just a pinch of this or a splash of that. People want repeatable, reliable, almost professional results at home. They value accuracy as a way to get there.
It's really interesting how even the names, like ProChef or MixPro, hint at that shift. Precision, professional outcomes. Now, amidst all this shiny tech and the need for accuracy, we suddenly hit a real classic. A Chef Master cast iron skillet set. It feels almost, I don't know, primitive compared to the smart blender or the digital scale. Is including this just a nod to tradition? Or maybe a quiet pushback against disposable culture? Or is it just proof that some things are timelessly practical?
That's a great point, and it highlights a really powerful counter-trend, I think. Cast iron's enduring appeal, sitting there alongside all these high-tech items, it signifies something deeper, maybe a desire for authenticity, permanence. Especially in such a fast-changing world. It's not just that it's durable, though it definitely is. It's almost a testament to, like, slow craft, a rejection of throwaway culture. It's an investment in tools that actually build character, gain stories over generations, And practically speaking, the heat retention, the versatility, searing, baking, frying, it's a true workhorse that just transcends trends.
That's a really fascinating layer, not just what's new, but what lasts. Okay, following that, this next one is also interesting, the EcoWave Bamboo Dish Set. The name itself, EcoWave and bamboo, tells you a lot straight away, doesn't it? It feels less about pure function and maybe more about making a statement, about values.
Absolutely. EcoWave and bamboo, they immediately bring to mind sustainability, natural materials, a sort of conscious lifestyle. Seeing this on an essentials list really highlights a significant shift, I think, towards more conscious consumerism, even in kitchenware.
Right.
It raises that important question about how our choices reflect our values beyond just, how well it holds food. It's about aligning what we buy with our environmental beliefs and also with the aesthetic, the feel we want for our home. It's kitchenware as a lifestyle statement, really.
So it's about identity, not just utility. Makes sense. And then finally, maybe for a bit of fun, we have Glow Glass LED wine glasses. Now, this one is definitely not about cooking efficiency, but it still made the essentials list. What does that inclusion tell us about what we consider essential now?
This shows us that the definition of essential has genuinely broadened beyond just pure function, hasn't it? These glasses, they kind of connect to the idea of commodifying home experiences, the kitchen and dining area being central for entertaining, for socializing.
The experience factor.
Exactly. They're about enhancing the ambiance, creating a memorable moment. It's playful, yeah, but it's also a significant indicator. It shows that essentials now can include things that just contribute to the atmosphere, the flair of our social lives at home.
That's a brilliant point about essentials expanding into entertainment and atmosphere. But let's circle back quickly to the more pragmatic side, because the list doesn't ignore that either. The FreshLock vacuum sealer, this is purely about practicality, longevity, right?
It is, yes. And it's a perfect reflection of very modern household concerns. The FreshLock vacuum sealer is absolutely essential for food preservation. It dramatically extends the shelf life of ingredients, leftovers, prepared meals. Its status as essential highlights this shift towards a more resourceful and strategic way of managing food at home.
Resourceful, yeah.
Yeah. It directly tackles concerns about reducing food waste, which is huge now. Yeah. Also maximizing grocery budgets and enabling efficient meal prep and batch cooking, which so many busy people rely on. So if we try and tie all these threads together, connect it to the bigger picture, this whole list, it tells us that essential isn't just about what you need to cook anymore, not by a long shot. It really reflects this fascinating mix. You've got tech driving effortless perfection, this desire for professional results at home, a strong commitment to conscious consumerism, sustainability, and this increasing focus on creating elevated, engaging experiences right in our own homes. It's really about how you want to live and entertain, showing just how multifaceted our relationship with the kitchen has truly become.
Wow, what a journey. Just from a list of product names, it really shows you quite a lot. So, thinking about all this, what does it mean for you listening? Looking at this list we've unpacked, what's one item that maybe surprised you by being called essential? And maybe more interestingly, what essential do you think might be on everyone's list 5 years from now that wasn't here today? something to think about. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the modern kitchen.